This week on Machinery Pete TV, the Wendt Group auction at the Stegbauer Farm featured some low-hour treasures, like this Cat 262 D3 with only 68 hours. Tractor Tales features a pair of dear beauties. And is the market softening on late-model high-horsepower tractors? Pete explains.
Your machinery is a serious investment and at the heart of every farming operation. Some call it a passion. We're Machinery Pete TV, and today we'll cover everything from auction roundups to the classics to the latest trends and technology. Machinery Pete, the most trusted name in farm equipment.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.
Hey folks, welcome to Machinery Pete TV, and I gotta tell you, my friends at the Wendt Group, I can't believe they kept this poster. They had this thing made up like 10 years ago when we came out to film one of their auctions, and I tell you, we got a great sale today. We're in Fayetteville, Ohio, farm retirement sale, and we're gonna watch a Caterpillar skid steer with hardly any hours on it. Now this thing, I don't think Mrs. Pete would let me put this up in the shop. But first, we gotta go back to the studio and get the latest farm equipment news.
All right, thanks, Pete. I'm Clinton Griffiths. Tractor and combine sales continue to be sluggish to start the year. The latest data from the Association of Equipment Manufacturers shows year-to-date, two-wheel drive farm tractor sales are down about 10%. Four-wheel drive units are right around 2% higher than a year ago. Now, the bright spot for the month of April, four-wheel drive farm tractor sales that were 24% higher than in April of 2023. Meanwhile, combine sales year-to-date are down 13%. While auctions are the name of the game for used equipment, you could soon see new equipment at auction. Reuters reporting ag equipment sellers are dealing with an excess of unsold tractors and combines right now. It's due to these falling crop prices and higher interest rates. The report says dealers are responding by halting new orders, offering heavy discounts and favorable financing terms to reduce inventory levels, and even auctioning some equipment. A chance for millions of people to see an aurora over the weekend came with the risk of radio and GPS disruptions for farmers in the field. Last week, NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center issued a severe G5 geomagnetic storm watch. It's the first in more than 20 years and the first since October of 2003. This is why a host of solar flares from this sunspot cluster, which is 17 times the diameter of Earth, those solar eruptions cause geomagnetic storms that can impact satellite systems and other electronics, potentially disrupting communications, electric grids, navigation, and radio. Farmers across the country reporting signal loss and intermittent equipment.
Right now, in the northern fringe of the United States, they're a third of the way planting barley, spring wheat, corn, soybeans. This is the prime time to plant. And if they have to make up a day of planting, let's say in June, there's a real yield penalty that translates into dollars.
Now let's check on some recent auctions from around the country. Now back to our host, Machinery Pete.
Well folks, you into moving a little dirt? Tell you what, stay tuned. We got a nice mini excavator coming up, a Kubota U48-4. It's got 1,695 hours on it.
Big Iron and Sullivan Auctioneers, a Big Iron company, is your go-to destination for all your online auction needs. As North America's leading online equipment auction house, BigIron.com connects you with a national marketplace for buying and selling. Whether you're upgrading or downsizing, BigIron.com has you covered. Experience the ease of online auctions with the leading name in the industry. Visit BigIron.com today and start buying and selling with confidence.
Hey folks, Machinery Pete here. You've got to try this. The power of foam is the only way to clean and degrease your equipment. Simply foam it on, give the foam a few minutes to work, and power wash it off. Cuts grease and your wash time significantly. The foam won't harm electrical sensors or controls. It neutralizes and washes away farm chemicals and is safe to use on most surfaces. Call 888-996-7801 or go online to check out their dealer locator at poweroffoam.com to find the power of foam near you.
At LST Group, we are committed to providing exceptional service across all modes of transportation. If you're shipping machinery across the state or across the country, trust LST Group to handle it with precision and care. Our expanded network ensures your shipments will reach their destinations swiftly and securely. Discover the LST Group difference and experience the epitome of excellence in transportation services. To request a quote, call 844-622-6209.
$15,000 on a bit about now 5. You look at 5, 16,000 now 5. You look at 5, look at 5, look at 5, look at 16, 5, 17. You look at 17, you look at 17 now 5. You look at 5, look at 5, look at 5.
Well, folks, trying to figure out what any used planter is worth has become a lot trickier the past few years. They can be configured so many different ways. And today's auction, I tell you, we got a nice John Deere 1770 NT Max Emerge Plus 16-row 30-inch no-till E-set. Time to find out what this baby's worth.
8 now 9. You look at down, look at down, look at 39. You look at down, look at now $40,000 on a bit about, look at 40,000. And now 1. You look at 41, look at 1, look at 1, now 2, look at 2, now 3. You look at $43,000 on a bit about, look at 3, look at 43,000. You look at 3, look at 3, look at $43,000 on a bit about, look at 3, now 4, look at 44. You're out behind the truck. You look at 44,000. You look at 3 and now 4. You look at 44, look at 4, look at 43, 5. That help anybody? Now 44. You look at 44,000 on a bit about, look at 4, look at 44,000. You look at 4, look at 44,000 on a bit about, look at 44. You look at 4, look at everybody else. You look at 44 to bid on them, and I sold her to you 43,500. Bidder number 13. Bidder number 13 today, 43.5.
Hey folks, always a treat when I get to catch up with my friend Dale Evans with the Wendt Group. And Dale, great to see you again.
Good to see you.
And you're looking fantastic, by the way.
Well, thank you. Appreciate that.
We got a nice sale here with Stegbauer's, just a sharp line of equipment.
Yes, we do. Yeah, Tim and Linda have done an outstanding job of taking care and maintaining this equipment. And great people, great individuals.
Yeah, sure. I've enjoyed visiting with them. And yeah, and going to be no shortage of phone calls, I'm sure, that you guys were getting leading up to sale day with this stuff.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is the low hours, right. And then the pictures and stuff that we have on the website. Just a lot of questions about the year and the hours, and it's all for real.
Now your seller Tim, we were chit-chatting a bit ago, and he commented on the number of pictures you loaded on the combine. And I've known you guys for years. Your quality of listings are always fantastic. Your pictures are great. That's a heck of a lot of work to do those listings to that extent, but that's been important to the Wendt Group over the years?
Well, it's very frustrating when you're seriously interested in something and it's several hours away. You know, you want to see everything that you can see. You can make a phone call, but it's nice when you can put eyes on it.
You guys get asked a lot of questions by folks in the farm space. You were mentioning one in particular that you get a lot about cash rent. What have you guys been seeing along those lines?
The big question today that I get is, hey, what should I rent this for? With the cost of inputs and the cost of equipment and the demands financially for the producer, I mean, it has to be fair, but also the investors are, you know, they're using that as as income, and they'd like to just know what's fair.
So folks, if you go to our website, machinerypete.com, I hope you've noticed here recently we've made construction equipment one of the main tabs right on our homepage. And of course, mini excavators, a lot of interest in these things. We got almost 1,300 listed for sale today. And on the auction, man, we got a beautiful one here, Kubota U484. It's got 1,695 hours on it.
You look at 37, look at 70, look at 37,000. You look at 70, look at 7 bid on it. You look at 6, now 7. You look at 7, now 8. You look at 50, look at 38,000. You look at 7, now 8. You look at 7, look at 50, look at 30. All the buckets go right along with it. You've got to be 38,000. You look at 7, now 8. You look at 7, look at 50, look at 38,000. Now 9. Look at down 8. You're still out, Tyler. You look at 38, now 9. You look at down 8. Look at down 8. Look at down 8. Look at 39,000 and 38.5. You're out online. And now 39. Now 5. You look at 39, but look at 5. Look at 39.5. How you coming, KC? You look at 39.5. You look at down 8. Look at 5. Look at 5. Look at 39.5. Everybody else, you look at 39.5 to bid on them and die. Now 40. $140,000 on a bid of going to be 40. You look at $40,000 on a bid of look at $40,000 on a bid of look at everybody else. Got 2 of you online. Now 40,500. You look at 5 look at 40,500. You look at 5 look at 40,000. $500 you able to bid on it. You look at 40,500 you able to do it. Anybody else, yes or no? I'm gonna go. You look at $40,500 on them and I sold $40,000. Online bidder
5025.
5025.
Here are a few more items that sold on today's sale.
Everybody else, you look at 125 to bid on them and I sold $124,000. You look at 31, look at everybody else, you look at $32,000 on it, look at 32 to bid on them and I sold to you 31,000. You look at 17, everybody look at $1,700 on it, everybody else, you look at 1,700. You look at 17 to bid on them and I did he say it? Said no. Sold 1,600, 131. They can bring 30 your own and get 29. You get 29 to bid on them and I sold them to you at $28,000 deal.
Best way I've seen to fix faded paint? Dakota Shine. Made in South Dakota by Dakota Ag Innovations, a company with a 20-year history of working with top construction equipment manufacturers, now offering Dakota Shine to the farm community to help you keep your equipment looking like new and retain more value when it comes time to sell or trade. Key active ingredient from corn, soy derivatives. Order online at dakotashine.com or visit your regional farm stores to pick up your Dakota Shine today. What's that piece of equipment worth? Check out Machinery Pete's auction prices for the answer. Free to view, updated daily, all types of equipment. Go to machinerypete.com and click on the auction tab, then auction price data. Hey folks, I'm here with Tyler Wilt with the Wendt Group. And Tyler, I understand you're kind of in charge of the internet side of things with the Wendt Group?
I am. I'm in charge of running our equipment exchange, or kind of our monthly online auction that we've started to do here within the Wendt Group.
Well, you guys have really experienced a lot of growth with your online play. Can you tell us about that, Tyler?
Yeah, we have. We've been doing these for several years now. We kind of got started there through the COVID portion of that, just a way to market equipment for sellers, and it's become an overwhelming success for us. It's so convenient for sellers in particular. You know, we can come out and service them at their properties. Nothing leaves their farm,
and keep it right there and sell it.
Yep, it's just been a blessing for those sellers in that regard.
And what's your frequency again at the Wendt Group, your online auctions?
We're having those about 8 times a year. Okay. So we'll kind of set those out during planting and harvest, but we'll have them 8 months out of the year.
Okay, and you guys located kind of central Ohio, great farm area, pulling from the north, south, east, west. Your buyers, where do they tend to come from?
We're seeing buyers from across the country. The bulk majority of them do fall in the Midwest region, but we'll get those buyers kind of scattered out here and there for individual pieces.
I suppose they come for that Ohio quality of used equipment that you're known for here.
Yeah, we do have a great supply. You know, a lot of sellers in this area take incredible care of their equipment, and it shows in some of those pieces.
So Tyler, what's it like now, and you guys with the Wendt Group, in terms of number of pictures, you guys are pushing the envelope, your listings are fantastic. What is it like, all that work, and then you come up to sale day, and what your guys' sales close generally what time to start closing?
We'll start closing at noon with an extended bidding, and depending on how those bids come in, they could end at 4 in the afternoon or they could end at 8 o'clock at night. So a lot of times, on these equipment exchange, the ones where they're the consignment auctions, they will go on for several hours on that.
People get competitive of what they want, don't they?
It is.
Yeah, it's been fun to watch that grow over just the past 4 years here since the pandemic, but we sure have come a long way in a short time, haven't we?
Yeah, we have.
Hey folks, a very cool tractor tales for you this week. We're going to visit with my friend Steve Planbeck from Kennesaw, Nebraska. Two awesome tractors, a special John Deere 4430 and a John Deere 4020 high crop. Hey folks, I'm here with Steve Planbeck from Kennesaw, Nebraska. Now you've got a number of tractors on display here. Steve, tell us about your 4430.
This is the third 4430 built. So serial number 1002. The first serial number was 1000. So this is the third one built.
Does anybody know where 1 and 2 are?
Actually, we do.
You do?
So we know where 1000 is and we know where 1001 is. So
piece of history, number 3, iconic tractor.
I think it's got the 5th Soundguard cab built. So it's, I'd like to know the build dates and everything, but it'd be interesting to know if it was all built on one. It had to be one of the first few days of the 30 series production.
Right.
So.
Well, let's spin around here, Steve, and get a look at your amazingly restored 65 4020 LP Synchro high crop.
Yeah, this was a disaster when we got it and everything.
Where did you get it?
A friend of mine in Iowa had found it years ago, drug it out of the swamps of Louisiana, southern Louisiana. And, but yeah, it's one of 12 built, and there was 12 LP Synchros built. There was 4 LP Power Shift high crops built.
And Steve, do you do the restoration work yourself on this stuff?
I do. I got a couple guys that help me in everything, and yeah, it's
labor of love.
Labor of love. It's, you learn a lot through the years and everything, what you do, what you don't do.
Hey, stay with us, folks. Coming up, our feature item on the auction day, and man, what a beauty! Can't you just see yourself driving this baby? A Cat 262 D3 skid steer. It's only got 68 hours on it.
The only way I've seen to safely clean aluminum grain and stock trailers is Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner from Dakota Ag Innovations. With over 15 years of proven performance cleaning all types of aluminum, the results speak for themselves. Dirty, stained, and discolored aluminum trailers don't stand a chance against Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner. Safely improve the appearance of your aluminum trailers at home and make a statement with Bright Plus. Order today at trailercleaner.com or find Bright Plus Aluminum Cleaner at a farm store near you.
Got equipment to sell privately but tired of scams and hassles? Visit MachineryPete.com and click Sell Mine. MachineryPete.com, the simple and secure way to buy and sell equipment online.
Well, folks, the last 2 years or so, the market for good condition used skid steers has just been scorching hot, particularly on low hour ones. I tell you what, talk low hours, how about this one today, a Cat 262 D3, 68 hours.
Lot number 12, skid loader time. You get the material bucket, and Nick, we are going to transfer the balance of a 5-year warranty. Cat skid loader time. Get 40,000. You're going to get 40, get 40, 20, now 5. You're going to get 5 down 30. I'm at $30,000 Sean, get 30 now, 10 and now 30. I'm at 30 now 2. You're going to get 2, get 32 now 35. You're going to get 35, get 5, get 35,000. You're going to get 35. get $35,000. Go price a new one uptown. You're gonna get $35,000. And now 7. You're gonna get 70. You're gonna get 37. You're gonna get 37. Now 40. You're gonna get 40,000. Now 2. You're gonna get $42,000. Shown. You're gonna get now 5. You're gonna get 45,000. You're gonna get 45, 47. You're gonna get 70. You're gonna get $47,000. Shown. You're gonna get 47. Now 50,000 on that skid loader. Get 50,000. You're gonna get 50 now 2. You're gonna get 52,000. I'm at 50 now 2. You're gonna get 51. I'll do that. You're gonna get one. You're gonna get 50 way in the back. Get 51. You're gonna get one. You're gonna get 51,000. You're out online. You're gonna get one. You're gonna get 51,000. You're gonna get one. Everybody else 51 to bid on them, and I sold $50,000.
Bidder 86.
Bidder number 86. Thank you.
Well, folks, you know, I checked in our MachineryPete.com website last night, and the highest advertised price I'd seen on a Cat D62D was $47,900. But when you sell one at auction that is absolutely like new like this, 68 hours, you can go past that dealer price, $50K. Pretty intense bidding.
Well, folks, the last 3.5 years, I've talked quite a bit about rising and record prices on high horse tractors. Now here in 2024, yes, I'm still seeing strong, solid pricing on nice condition older units, but no question we're seeing softening prices and values on late model high horse tractors. And I think a good example of that came this past week. Online auction last Tuesday was a dealer with a footprint in Illinois and Missouri put up 5 23 model John Deere high horse tractors for sale. Let's look at one of those. This 23 model John Deere 8RX 410. This thing had 231 hours on it, sold with John Deere factory warranty, sold for $426,000. Now, when I look at our Machinery Pete auction price data, that's the second lowest price I've ever seen on an 8RX 410. But, folks, walk back with me 8-9 months here, and let's look at 2 examples that will show, you know, how things have changed dramatically. So last August 8th, on an online farm auction we filmed for our Machinery Pete TV show in Pewamo, Michigan, this 22 model 8RX 410 with 182 hours and warranty sold for $520,642. Now, 4 months after that, December 5th of 2023, online dealer auction out of Iowa, another 22 model 8RX 410. This one had almost 700 hours on it with warranty, sold for $485,750. So there you go, folks. Back last August, just 8-9 months ago, almost $100,000 more than the one sold for this Tuesday. Things are changing, and changing fast.
Well, folks, I really appreciate you joining us this week at Machinery Pete TV here from Fayetteville, Ohio, retirement auction for Tim and Linda Stegbauer. Beautiful line of equipment, and I just got to tell you folks out there, 11 seasons of Machinery Pete TV. I want to thank you for watching the show and joining us each week. We have so much fun putting the show together, and it's been great to meet so many of you out on the road. And tell you what, I'll meet you back here, same time next week.
Machinery Pete thanks these premier sponsors for their support.
Big Iron, rural America's premier online auction site for the sale of used farm equipment.